Hey friends, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are doing another Photoshop walkthrough tutorial. So right away we're going to get started. We're going to create a new canvas that is going to be 12 by 24 at 300 pixels per inch. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get started with opening up all of our pictures. I don't have very many this week, so I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than normal. My process will remain the same. So I'm just grabbing all of my photos that I want to use, and I'm only going to show me editing a couple. So I'm just going to pick the first three and I'm just going to edit those. When I do my editing, it's very simple, very basic. I will play with the brightness, I will play with the vibrance and the saturation. I take my photos on the iPhone 12, so I mean, if I'm outside, there isn't very much that I have to do to them. If I'm inside, I might want to make them just a little bit brighter. So once I have played with whatever settings I'm going to play with so that it looks good to my eye, I'm then going to pop it into my spread and I'm going to change the dimensions. When I print my photos, I print them with a white border. So my dimensions need to be 2.75 by 3.75. If you're someone who doesn't like the white borders, then you would pop it into your spread at 3 inches by 4 inches or 4 by 6, depending on which pocket you're using. So now I'm just over here and I'm changing my dimensions to make sure that I get that nice white border. And I'm going to show you with one more photo how I do that. All of my photos edited. Like I said, I didn't have very many. So now that I have all my photos edited, continuing on with my process, I am going to pop in my title card. So every week I'm going to be using one of these title cards from Just Jamie. This is a digital kit that you can find on the lilypad.com. I've been using this type of card every week, and there's no reason to change it up now. So I'm just going to pop that in and I'm going to add a stroke around it just so that I can see it a little bit better when it's on this canvas. And I don't have a lot of photos, so when I have a week where I don't have very many photos, I like to focus heavily on journaling. And I'm going to be using this digital stamp set called Bookworm Everyday Moments from Studio Calico. And basically it just gives you the days of the week at the top, and then you can also, there's like a little space where you can also fill in like a little sentiment. So it might say Sunday moments, Monday document, or things like that. So it gives you a space to just fill it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up a new 3x4 canvas, and I'm going to find my title, so whichever day of the week this is going to be. They're going to be out of order, but I'll fix them. So I'm going to grab one. This one says every day. It ties it out, and I'm just going to get it in the position. I'm going to do this for all of my cards, and then I'll be right back. Okay, and now that that's done, I want to bring some color into these cards. The stamp set comes uncolored, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Pinterest and I'm going to look up spring color palette. And basically this is going to give me a basis of what kind of colors do I want to use. So looking at my photos, thinking about what kind of, what's going on outside, what kind of season are we in. So I found one that I liked, and I'm just dragging it onto my desktop so that way I am able to bring it into Photoshop. So I'm going to bring all of my cards in to my spread blank, just like this, with absolutely no color on them. I'm going to pop them in, I'm going to add a stroke around them, and then once I have the layout of how my spread will go, then I'm going to look at everything as a whole and figure out what colors do I want where. Do I want maybe a lot of pinks? Do I want a lot of blues? Do I want to do something monochromatic? Once I have it all together, then I will decide about what colors I'm going to use. Now that that's all taken care of, I'm going to go back to my desktop and I'm going to open up that file that has the spring colors. It's okay that it's small, it's okay that it's pixelated, because we're just picking up the color. We're going to move the color picker tool to do this. So on the toolbox menu, you're going to grab the tool that looks like an eyedropper, and you're going to grab this, you're going to go over to your color palette, and you're going to click on the color that you want to use. I'm going to use this pink one. I'm then going to click on my card and then just fill in where I want the color to go. I'm going to do it again with this yellow one. I'm going to click on my card first, and then I'm going to fill in where I want the color to go. If you click on it and you haven't clicked the card first, what will happen is the whole spread will be that color. So basically you just want to hit undo, and then it will take you back to where you were before. It's very simple. It kind of looks scary. I'm going to do it here on one of these cards. It looks a little bit scary, but once you just press Command Z or Control Z, it'll go back to how it was, and then you just click on the card and get started again. I think. Yeah, so that's what happened, and I just hit undo. I made sure to click the card, and then I continued filling it in. Next up is journaling. So I saved you the trouble. I have already done most of it. I'm going to show you the last two cards. So I have the template here, and I'm just going into the other spread, picking up that color and bringing it in here. I'm just adding a text box, making sure that my text is black. I'm adding a text box. I'm getting my journaling typed, and then I'm just looking through the stamp set to find one of the little subtitles, subheadings that go in that little box. You could leave that box empty, you can fill that box with color, but I really liked that this stamp set came with things that you can put inside of there. So each day of the week I have something different, and Saturday I had something that I wanted to remember. Monday I had something that was kind of like a little adventure. This happened on Sunday. So I just use those things that coordinate with that day of the week. And then once I got that all done, I popped it into my spread. to work on my title card. I need to change the color and do something with that. So I'm actually going to pick up the color off of that tree. I wanted to bring some of that color in. So I'm just going to use my color picker tool to do that. I found a nice deep like cherry color, and now I'm looking for more of a lighter pink color. I didn't want it to match the spring palette, and I was too lazy to look for something else. So what I did was I just used what I already had. And this is the final spread. So what I'm going to show you now is how I set everything up when I'm going to print. So basically I'm going to open up a new canvas, and this canvas is going to measure 8.5 by 11 because that is the size paper that I'm printing on. I'm printing this on my Epson 15000 printer, and I'm printing on Epson presentation matte paper. I've also printed on the paper that you get from Joann's, white cardstock from Michael's. You just want to make sure that your paper is not too thick, and you kind of want to play around to see what do you get the best saturation with. Nina Solo White I have also used. I really like it's compatible with this printer, but I bought this Epson presentation matte paper and I'm just trying to get rid of it. But I would prefer to use the heavyweight cardstock from Joann. So I'm getting all of this lined up, or not lined up. I'm getting all of this situated the way that I want, and then I'm going to send that over to my printer. Because I had kind of a theme going on with my color palette, I wanted to use digital embellishments because I know when I use digital embellishments I can play around with the color. So after I get the second half of my cards lined up, I'm going to open up a digital elements pack from Everyday Explorers. I don't even know why I said that. From Inner Creative Bubble. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to open up her Spring Elements pack, and I'm going to change a couple of things in this little elements pack. Most of the colors went really nicely. They weren't exact, but they did complement what I had going on. There were just a few pieces that stuck out and a few things that I wanted to change. I think I changed like 3 things around. So once I get all of those open, you're going to see how I change the colors. And basically what you're going to do is you're just going to use your color picker tool and your paint bucket tool to just change whatever colors you're not feeling. So here I am opening up that file and grabbing these embellishments. I had a really nice lady ask me how I organize and how I store my digital embellishments, and to be honest, they are quite a mess. So I am going to share this process while I am going through and organizing everything. So stay tuned for that video. But right now I'm just grabbing a couple of things and I'm going to change them around a little bit. I didn't want them to match exactly because there was like, I have an orange card and this is an orange embellishment. So I like that there was things that coordinated but didn't exactly match. I like that there was a variation of colors. I'm not going to use this one. Yeah, so I'm just going to grab a couple of them and change the colors. So we've reached the end of my video. I hope that you really enjoyed this. I hope that you've picked something new up today. Maybe something that you didn't know, something that you wanted to always know how to do and now you finally know. I hope these videos are being helpful to you. I want to give a big shout out to my friend Kim. I know she watches these videos and she really looks forward to them, and I want to let her know that I'm thinking of her while I'm making this voiceover. So if you like this video, if it helped you in any way, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment letting me know what was your favorite part, and consider subscribing. So I want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.